What's up, fans? It's the Tekmaster here. You're watching us on the Shadow Knows Network, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. All right, Money in the Bank. If I were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it was a 7. I'd say the men's Money in the Bank ladder match was okay. I'd like that Drew McIntyre was the victor, came out on top. I like Tiffany Stratton winning the women's Money in the Bank match. But I gotta say this. One of the disappointments of tonight was Drew McIntyre cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. What a stupid way to book that. Drew McIntyre should have held that Money in the Bank briefcase. I mean, at least for the next 2-3 months till he gets through with his feud with CM Punk. I just don't know why they decided to have Drew McIntyre cash in and lose in the same night. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Maybe, have him attempt to cash in, or maybe have CM Punk come in during the actual Money in the Bank men's ladder match and have him cost Drew McIntyre the match instead of actually winning the briefcase, cashing it in, and then having CM Punk come in and just, destroy that for Drew McIntyre. But again, I mean, this feud, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, doesn't need a title. It doesn't need a Money in the Bank contract. It's a feud that is hot. Why? Because some of it is real. All right, so we'll move on. Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. Let's address the elephant in the room. Basically, the referee, once again, I think, made a mistake. It was either that or the timing of when Drew McIntyre was supposed to cash in his Money in the Bank contract. So the referee clearly could have counted to 3. Damian Priest did not, raise his elbow or his shoulder or anything like that. His shoulders were down on the mat. The referee could have counted to 3. He didn't. The referee looked like he, made a mistake and didn't count to 3, or that he was trying to screw Seth Rollins, whatever the case may be. Then about a minute later, you saw Drew McIntyre come out. So I think the whole timing of that is what affected the 3 count there. But you got to do better here, guys. Damian Priest, raise your arm up anyway. Get your shoulder off the mat, something. Even if Drew McIntyre's music hits on time. You gotta save the match. You got to save the participants. You got to save face. Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn, phenomenal match. Braun Breaker is not ready for the IC title. I'm glad he didn't win the IC title. Sami Zayn retains the IC title, which is phenomenal. Like I said, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match was great. Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton, hats off to them. Hats off to all the ladies in that match. It was absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, John Cena came in and announced that he is retiring. His last match will be at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. Who do you want to see be John Cena's last and final opponent in his retirement match? We'll leave that one up to you guys. And then, of course, you've got the main event, Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. Great match for what it was. I thought the Bloodline looked great. Jacob Fatu looked absolutely amazing. So did the rest of, the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa gets the win over Cody Rhodes, which I think was very predictable. And I got to say, when you have a match like this, you got to make it a little bit less predictable. I thought it was too predictable. I thought the outcome of the match was too predictable. And I really thought that they could have done better. Now, there was a lot of speculation that Roman Reigns was returning at Money in the Bank. Even Brock Lesnar was going to come back. Paul Heyman was going to run out with Brock Lesnar. None of that happened. The pay-per-view goes off the air with Solo Sikoa's finger up in the air, acknowledge me, and the Bloodline goes off the air with Money in the Bank. So anyways, like I said, a scale of 1 to 10, I give Money in the Bank a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. They could have done a lot of things differently. They could have done a few things a lot better, but for the most part, the pay-per-view was decent. Crowd was hot. It was definitely fun to watch. But dude, you ruined the men's Money in the Bank contract. You cashed it in on the same night. All right, fans, thanks for joining me on the Tekmaster. This is the Shadow Knows Network. Make sure you subscribe and send us your comments. Let us know who you think John Cena's opponent should be at WrestleMania 41, and let us know what you thought of Money in the Bank.